The second law of thermodynamics tells us that everything in the universe tends towards disorder, and in complex systems, chaos is the norm. So you'd naturally expect the universe to be messy. And yet, we can observe occasions of spontaneous order, the synchronization of metronomes, the perfectly timed orbits of moons, the simultaneous flashes of fireflies, and even the regular beating of your heart. What puts these things in order in spite of nature's tendency for disorder? These metronomes don't have exactly the same natural frequency, and yet they still beat in time. This works regardless of the number of metronomes you have. The platform just goes whichever way the majority of metronomes are pushing it. The fireflies of Southeast Asia are apparently good enough friends because they synchronize their flashes. Even though each one has its own particular frequency at which it likes to flash, they couple to each other strongly enough so that hundreds, even thousands, can flash together in the same split second. There's a great simulation of this by Nicky Case. You start with individual fireflies just doing their thing, and then you can turn on the interaction between them. Now, in the Kuromoto model, this would mean every firefly has an effect on every other one. But in this simulation, a firefly is only affected by its neighbors. If it sees a flash close by, it nudges its internal clock forward a little bit, so it'll flash sooner than it would have otherwise. Now, what's remarkable about this is even though the interactions are small and close range, over time you can see waves traveling through all the fireflies, and eventually, they're all flashing at once.
Like you might think, if you increase the coupling, you just sort of gradually get a system more and more synchronous.
This is an audience in Budapest applauding after a performance. But what happens next is completely spontaneous. They're not being instructed by anyone. See if you can spot the phase transition.
This phenomenon of synchronization that we've been talking about